Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at the original Assetto Corsa on the PS5. This is a game from 2016. It's currently under £10 for the Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation Store, and it's still good fun, so let's have a look. So as you know, I'm not an out-and-out sim racer. I'm just somebody that likes my car games. I do like them to have a realistic feel, some good handling, and also just wanted to say that a lot of people, in fact nearly everybody, says that you can't play Assetto Corsa on console with a controller, but you certainly can. I'll have another video up shortly with my controller settings, but all of the gameplay you see on here is done with a DualSense controller, so without further ado, let's crack on. So the Ultimate Edition, it comes with a great selection of cars actually, from road cars right through to sort of Ferrari Formula 1 cars. Road cars are in various states of tune as well, which is good. There's a nice selection of circuits. I mean, some would say it's a little bit light on the number of circuits, but to be honest, what's there are good. They're very well modelled, the surfaces are good. But I think Assetto Corsa, it's probably all about the car handling. There's just something great about the way it feels in Assetto Corsa. It's really hard to put your finger on. They've got that balance just right. I mean, you can feel sort of the tyres letting go. The cars have a good weight. They can hold their line. I mean, even with a controller, it just feels so right. So if you're a fan of driving games, then I think, yeah, Assetto Corsa is still a very good buy in 2022, despite the fact that it's now 6 years old. You can see just racing around in these little Fiat 500s here. You can have some really good close racing as well, but it just feels so good. I think one of the things people might have problems with the controller with this is that you've really got to sort of balance the car and set it up for corners, so you do have to back off on the throttle lightly and just ease that car around. If you go into a corner with way too much speed, no amount of extra steering is going to get you through. So it's a really good sort of learning experience, and there's a lot of satisfaction to be had from sort of getting better as you do those extra laps around the circuit. So graphically, yeah, the game still looks quite good. It runs pretty smoothly on the PS5, to be honest. The only thing I've noticed is a couple of stutters every now and then. I can't pin it down as to what causes it, but on the whole, 99% of the time it's very smooth. Car models are good, as you can see here, and also the sounds are pretty impressive still, I think, for the majority of the cars. We've got various views. I like the in-car views on Assetto Corsa. They seem to feel really good. So you've got a couple of in-car views. You've got the bonnet view, or the hood view for our American friends. The exterior view for the third person is a bit strange. It seems to weave around, and it took me ages to get used to that, but one day it just clicked, and then I could just position the car where I wanted to. I do play most of it though with the in-car view. You've got quite a bit of adjustment on there as well with seat height. You can move the seat left or right, you can tilt it a little bit, and also there's quite a bit of field of view adjustment as well, so you can tailor that in-car view to exactly how you like it. We can hear the sound of the Ferrari here. So the game's got a career mode, which is okay. It's also got the ability to make custom championships, which I quite like. I'm always a fan of single make races, to be honest, so it allows me to set up some custom championships for the various cars that I do like to drive. There's also a big list of challenges to do, whether they be hot laps, short races, time trials, various things. I find that some of those quite hard actually, quite difficult, so there's plenty there to keep you going. But one of the great things about it, because the handling model is so good, is just picking a car that you like and just driving around and trying to improve your lap times. We've got a couple of road circuits on there, sort of fantasy tracks, one based in the Highlands and one is Black Cat Country, which is out in the USA, and they're great. They're fairly long tracks, and great for just taking a car out and driving it and just getting the feel of it. You can see one here, we're just racing some road cars around Black Cat County. I'm battling with an Audi R8 with my Porsche 911. But again, you can really feel the difference in all the cars as well. I mean, the handling of them is different every time. So just driving these circuits, getting used to how they feel, bettering your lap times, it's really good fun, really enjoyable. So we move on to have a look at one of the Ferrari single-seater cars. I'm not sure which model this is now, but you can hear the sounds are absolutely great on this. And this is actually with a controller as well. It's I mean, these cars scare the living daylights out of me, even sat on the settee, to be honest. But I've found that these handle better with a controller than something like Project Cars, for example. And you can see here we've got some good racing with the AI. I quite like the AI in this game, actually. You've got various settings for their speed and also their aggressiveness. But it's one of those where you can sort of battle against maybe the same car for a couple of laps, just trying to gain that one place. And the field does spread out even in single make races. Now, I've had occasions where the front car will seem to go quite a way ahead. But for some single player racing, you can have some good competition. So here we are on the Highlands circuit in the KTM Crossbow or Expo. I'm not sure how you say it really, to be honest. I've heard it called both. It's just an example of although this is a fantasy circuit, it is a nice road circuit. There's also a difference in the surfaces. You'll go across sort of almost potholes and uneven road surfaces in parts of it. But this is a great one just for getting used to those cars and sort of increasing your speed. And you can really feel all those bumps as you go over. And again, this is with a controller, but I've got G29 wheel and a PlaySeat Challenge seat. Very handy actually if you're short of space, because they fold up and just either slip under a bed or behind the sofa or something like that. But as I say, all this is played with a controller. But if you do use a wheel, Assetto Corsa is really, really good with a wheel. It's just, again, something about it. Don't know what it is, but that feel, the force feedback, it just feels so good. As you can see, we've got a bit of damage modelling there as well. I've bashed against the fence in the Nissan GTR a couple of times. I think I was drawn towards the sheep in the fields and got a bit too close. So we'll have a look at a bit more gameplay now. So we're in the fantastic Alpha 155 at Brands Hatch, a single make race. What I would say, yeah, I mean, for under £10, to be honest, if this was the only car in the game, I'd still think it'd be worth a purchase. It's a fantastic car to drive, and the single make races with these are great. So we can see we've got some good AI that we're racing against. We're battling for position. We're fourth, so we're battling for third place. You will see the AI ahead as well. They battle each other. Sometimes you'll see them make some good overtakes, other times they'll knock each other off track. But they're fairly realistic for the majority of the time. So yeah, we can see here we've got a good close battle. We're trying to get our way through. Driving as though they are a human driver and we're in a proper race, so we're not making any outrageous moves. We could just bump past them Gran Turismo style, but we'd probably end up going off track as well. But you can see there's some great single player racing to be had. So let's recap then. Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition. We're playing it on the PS5. The Ultimate Edition is definitely the one to go for. You've got a large car count there, and even if you don't like driving all of the cars, you're going to find something that you do enjoy. Decent selection of tracks. It plays well, looks good. Handling and feeling of the cars is just perfect. And as I say, you can play it on a controller. So check out my other video, which will be on the channel shortly. I'll show you my controller settings. But yeah, if you like racing games or just driving games in general, single player, this is well worth a purchase at this price. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully the video has been useful, and I'll leave you with a bit of replay footage, and see you again next time.